Well, here I am, day 2 of my adventure here in Silicon Valley, trying to ask that question. What can the Valley and its world-famous ecosystem teach to the rest of us? I'll be honest, I tried to do a video yesterday, but I was way too jet-lagged. My brain didn't work very well. So here I am, just reflecting on what I've learned so far. And you know, I'm a little bit surprised about what I'm just about to say. I thought it'd be something a little bit more technological, and I would like to post about artificial intelligence, which is no doubt a huge thing happening here that's going to affect the rest of us. But the first thing I want to mention actually is something a little bit more human, and that's empathy. This was the quality that absolutely shone through all the conversations we had yesterday with entrepreneurs and technologists and venture capitalists, and with the corporate clients I'm here with, that's Faurecia, who are in the global automotive business. It's a difficult one to explain, and it's way beyond marketing 101 and customer is king and cliches like that. It's really getting to that relationship with the customer. So the best way I can describe it is by thinking about someone who has true empathy for you in your life. If you think about that person, what do? They work very hard to really understand you because it's very important to them. So much so that occasionally they see things in your life that can be improved way before you do. And of course, they never take that relationship for granted. And that's what customer empathy really is. So I thought, as a bit of a takeaway from my experience here for you, I'd share the 3 questions that we're using with businesses we're working with here to try and get into that innovation conversation. So the first is, who is your customer? It's deceptively simple, I know, but once you start asking that question and really digging into their needs and desires and how that's changing, it really opens up whole new conversations about how you're adding value. And of course, if you're in the B2B sphere, it's about not just your customer, but your customer's customer, and the dynamics between those two parties and how you can add value. The second one is totally fundamental, and it's the central one, which is, what is the problem that you're really solving for your customer? And even if they don't yet see it as a problem, how can you introduce what you're doing in a way that's going to improve their life? And that's a really deep conversation to have. And the last one is a little bit confrontational, but important, especially if you've been in business a long time, which is, what gives you the right to play in that market? Why are you unique? And why are you special? And why is what you do really valuable? I think that's a really interesting one to ask, because it can change. And if you take your customer for granted, someone else will step in and provide that. As I said with my analogy, someone who has empathy never takes a relationship for granted. So just a few thoughts. Please use those 3 questions with your team or in your business to start an innovation conversation. I really hope it helps. Thanks for listening.